So now we're going to learn the regular AR verb conjugations for the future tense. And one way of knowing in English that something is going to take place in the future is through the use of the auxiliary verb will. And as you can see, when I was writing this page, I completely forgot about needing will in there because in Spanish, you don't have to have an auxiliary verb. It's just one verb conjugation, and that denotes the future. Whereas with English, you need I, then will, then study. So that is something that I found very cool and easy with Spanish and more difficult with English. So now we're going to jump into the conjugations. And another cool thing about future tense and conjugations is that you're going to be taking the infinitive form of the verb and then add an ending. So we're taking the ending and the stem So we have the infinitive, and then we are going to add an accented E. So then for to, we're going to take the infinitive form of the verb, and then we're going to add an accented AS. And then for él, ella, usted, we're going to again take the infinitive form, and then we're going to add an accented A. So as we're going through, I'm sure that you are noticing some similarities between the present tense and the preterite tenses as far as conjugating. Yes, it's different because we're keeping the infinitive, but the pattern of conjugations is still the same. So then for nosotros and nosotras, we're going to take the infinitive form, and then we're going to add EMOS, which the E is different from the previous A's, or as it would be in the present tense. So then vosotros and vosotras, we're going to take the infinitive and then add an accented EIS. Finally, ellos, ellas, ustedes, infinitive, accented AN. So now we have the regular AR verb conjugations for the future, and just looking between the two, between the Spanish and the English, which they both say the same thing, but yet it definitely appears like the Spanish is much easier to pick up and be able to use pretty rapidly, whereas with the English, and as my error demonstrates, that the English is a little bit more trickier because you need more words in there. So I hope that this makes you excited about using the future tense and realize that it is pretty simple.